Heaths, Hounds.
Welcome back to Heaths Hounds, episode 78. After a lengthy break, we are back and ready to tip a few winners. Tonight we head to Ballarat for the Western Derby, a race which has been a good form guide of reference with the likes of Silver Lake, Aston Rupee and Aussie Secret being heat winners a couple of years back. And then last year we had Paddy Wants Pats who won it, and Compliance who was able to run runners up, and there was a few others in that field who went on to do some pretty good things. So it's a pretty good form reference. There's been plenty of good dogs that have come through it, and this year we have the likes of Blue Tungsten, who's a track record holder, Mr. Beats, who's got the first split record at Warrnambool and whatnot. Incineration, who's looking like a serious pup on the rise. So all young dogs who have huge amount of talents. So it should be a good field, and we'll get into the 11 race card. Kicking it off in race one, we've gone with box 3, Dash Express, who was solid on debut at Geelong, has drawn well here where he wants to be. He was mad for the fence on debut, but when found the fence, showed a bit of pace and looked solid. So, look, I think he's drawn very well here. I think he could very easily find the fence early and have this field out running, and we should see much more improvement from his first up effort. Moving on to race 2, it's between box 2 and 4 for me here. Both talented dogs. The 4 hasn't had much luck recently, and with a small field, he'll get every chance to show his best. But the 2 is the likely leader, and with a 25.50s win on debut, I think it's too hard to go past. And the Red's a bit of a danger as well, can show early pace, and does like to shift up the track, but which can cause issues for the 2. But I'm going to go with box 2 here, Sovereign Crown. I think he can just lead early. If he can get out in front and run some time, I think the others may get caught up in a little bit of bother. Race 3, I've gone with box 2, Silver Ability. Been running really good races recently, and I expect that to continue. Did run a credible 22.68 at Geelong 2 starts back, and that will be very hard to beat in this race. So for race 3, I've gone with box 2, Silver Ability. Race 4, the Red has a super record off the draw, and has raced in much better class recently and will be the one to beat. But I think the 2 is a good each way play here. Has been running better than the form reads and was a good winner last start. A vacant 3, box 3 gives it a bit of room, and I think it's at decent odds and worth an each way play here in race 4. Race 5, I've gone with box 7, Nikolai Bale. Returns after some lengthy time off. Draws a smaller field, and I expect him to flex his class and prove hard to beat here in race 5. Race 6 is the Oaks, and I've gone with box 7, Zara Asmani here. Has been really good to date in her short career. Drawn out wide is the key. I think she'll be able to avoid any trouble that happens on the inside. There's plenty of pace with Pest Management in the red. Baby JC in box 3. There's plenty of pace there, and the 6 also has some pace. So I think the 6 could probably make the race a little bit for the 7. And the 7, Zara Asmani, is a really strong type and will be hard to beat. So for race 6, I've gone with box 7, Zara Asmani. Race 7, I've gone with box 5, Manoli Magic. Clear on top of here as the early pace will be a length or 2 out in front on the field at the first turn. The only worry would be its strength. The only one I can see running her down is the red in Tiglong Jet, who still does a lot wrong and will be much suited to the smaller field, but I'd rather be on the leader, so I've gone with box 5, Manoli Magic. Moving on to race 8, it's the Western Derby. I've gone with box 3, Incineration here. I think Mr. Beats gets across and leads, but Incineration almost got him at Warrnambool, and now having the box draws reversed, I think that will make a lot of difference here, and I think Incineration will be able to go very much closer here and improve and beat him. You have Blue Tungsten in the pink, and I think he just might have a bit too much to do from the draw, and with a vacant 2, I think Incineration will get every chance to win this. He did flop out last week a little bit, and I just think if he can tidy that start up and land a few lengths behind Mr. Beats, I think he'll be strong enough to run him down in the straight. Race 9, I've gone with box 8, Just Vic, a very talented dog in a small field. with a wide draw. I think he'll get a clear run and we should see him at his best. I think he's the best dog in this field and was very good in his Derby heat. But look, the Astra Bale inside of him is probably the main danger with the early pace. But I just think Just Vic will probably be able to land close enough to Astra Bale and prove strong enough in race 9. Moving on to race 10, box 4, Nicholson Bale looks very hard to go past. He has all the time on the board around the tracks, and he's just been, um, yeah, he should just be winning this really. And I think if there was a dog to beat him, it would be the Pink in Mine Ash, who has good form references. But I think the play would be here for the 4 to win and the 8 to run second. I think you can get a much better price for that than the $1.45 for Nicholson Bale to win, or the $1.30 for Minor Ash to place. So I think queuing them up there is where the value will be at. In race 11, the last race of the night, I've gone with box 5, Electra Heckler. The kennel change is the key here. I'd be expecting a bit of improvement, and any improvement on his previous form, I think we'll see him very hard to beat here. So, to round out the night, race 11, box 5, Electra Heckler. That is episode 78 of Heaths Hounds.